Hey guys and dolls, Jason here. We are just going to go through the charts and do a quick update on Skillz because there has been an announcement that they have done a public offering. So we have seen a pullback in that share price. So we're going to go into the computer in 1 second. We are going to go through the article that has come out, and again we are then going to look at the charts. And I'm going to talk about some news that has just come out on Skillz over the last week as well. I did do a recent update on them, so I will briefly be touching on just a little variant of that news right now when we go into the computer. But first, I just want to say happy Paddy's Day to anyone out there. I have my green on, and again, if you are new, welcome. My name is Jason. Hit that big red subscribe button below and join this family of investors. I would love to have you on this journey with me while we make money together, and all I ask in return for this video is that you hit that lovely big fat like button. Okay guys, let's dive into the charts. So guys, up on my screen you can see that Skillz announces its proposed public offering of Class A common stock. Now it says that they announced today that it has commenced an unwritten public offering of 32 million shares of its Class A common stock, consisting of 17 million shares offered by Skillz and 15 million shares offered by certain selling stockholders. The selling stockholders intend to grant the underwriters a 30-day option to purchase up to an additional 5 million shares. Basically, it's 4.8 million of Class A common stock. The offering is subject to market conditions, and there can be no assurance as to whether or when the offering may be completed, or as to the actual size of the terms of the offering. Now, it does say here that Skillz intend to use the net proceedings it receives from the offering for working capital and general corporate purposes. Skillz will not receive any proceedings from the scale of a Class A common stock offered by the selling stockholders. So guys, I just want to also touch on some news that they are going to be obviously using this, as it says here, for working capital and general corporate purposes. So we're not quite sure what that is, but it's very broad. But again, it will be implemented into their business improvements. And recently I did make a video, if I go onto Twitter, that Wolfpack research did come out and they actually put a short attack on Skillz. So we did actually see a big pullback in that share price, and that is because they were saying that revenues were not going to meet up at the end of the year like they have been previously, because a lot of those games that they are using right now are starting to sell off. So that is just a quick little bit of news there that I did actually touch up on my last video. And from that, if we do come into the charts, you guys can see that we did actually have a sell-off in that share price. And again, we did have that broader market correction, and now we are having that stock offering. But while this has been happening, guys, some news that I did want to point out to you is the fact that ARK Invest have actually been buying Skillz up over the last few weeks. Now, they are not afraid of this, and if we go into that ARK Next Generation ETF, which is the ARK W holdings, we can see that CATHIE Wood is also very, very bullish, and she actually holds Skillz as the 24th largest position in the ARK W ETF. Now, this does make up 1.56% of the ETF, so this is no small position, guys, as in a penny stock, which is under 1%. This is, you know, up mid-range in her ARK ETF. And I think that this is very, very good news for those Skillz shareholders, because CATHIE Wood does believe that this, in fact, will hold a 20% return on investments every single year for the next 5 years, because that's the criteria that CATHIE Wood has at minimum. She is going to, in fact, put certain stock into her ETF. So that is some good news there for the shareholders. Now, on the charts, we can see that we have actually spiked down from yesterday's close of over $30, and again, or around the $30 mark, and we have actually come down today to about $26. So we did actually have that spike down over the last 24 hours, and again, some of this has been influenced by that public offering. Now, the clear line of support to me is around that $24 mark, guys, all the way down to about $22. We do have a big clear line of support there. And on the RSI, we have just dropped below the 50, which is where we do like to kind of spend some time. If we are going to go into a bear market, we will then test down onto the 30, and again, this can act as a layer of support at the 50 on the RSI right here, as I'm drawing up on the screen. And again, if we are in a bull market, then again, we can start to retest that high on the RSI of about 70. So again, this could act as a floor. This could be the new floor for Skillz, anywhere below that $26 range to around that $22 range. So if you are bullish on Skillz, then perhaps this would be a nice place to start loading up those boats. But as I always say, stay diversified. Never go fully into a position as soon as you are going to go in. You know, dollar cost average your way over the course of maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Or if you do see any big drops in that share price, that's when you want to pounce, guys. You want to put and deploy most of your capital at that times. So if you did see a big 25% dip, say in Skillz, because something did happen in the market and there was a correction and you were very bullish on the stock, then that is when I personally would start to deploy most of my capital, maybe a 75% stake in my position, and I would start to actually put a much larger position than just maybe 10 or 15% every time that we do see those dips. Again, none of this is financial advice, this is just for education and entertainment only. But guys, that is the news that is happening on Skillz. So again, you can probably expect to see a nice return of investment in the future. Cathie Wood does believe that this is going to be a really nice doubling over the course of 5 years, which would see a nice upside of over 20 to 25% per year. So you can expect a price target on this at the end of the year, again, anywhere between that $35 and $45 range. And if we do have any surprises that do come out along the way and the revenues do start to increase, like Wolfpack Research has said they're not going to, then again, I think we will see a big push in the share price, because a lot of investors are scared right now after that short report. But if investors are not tuning into that short report, and again, we have revenue projections that do actually beat those expectations, then again, that short report will kind of be scrapped out the window and investors will go into Skillz with a new, fresh mindset. So that is my update on Skillz. Personally, I do not hold a position in Skillz right now. This was just for you guys out there that wanted an update in the community as to why there has been a sell-off today. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, then be sure to give this video a big fat like for me and hit that big red subscribe button if you did make it this far. My name is Jason and I make videos on the stock market every day. I hope to see you guys back on my channel soon for some more content on investing. Stay safe, stay green and stay positive, and I'll see you guys back on my channel soon. Ciao.